In this video, I will review how to combine previously downloaded daily logs from last week into the master file. This task will require 15-20 minutes. In the beginning, maybe 30 minutes the most. Firstly, you will have to go to the G Drive and open last week daily logs for all 5 teams, and I provided the link to the G Drive. Second, you will have to open master file. Master file is one, so we will combine all 5 teams into one master file for current fiscal year. After opening those 6 documents at this point, you will actually have to copy, paste, and clean up some of the data. I have a master file open here, and this is our data, how it looks like. Currently, we have 60 plus columns. It's a lot. And the columns you are going to work for the professional development questions, they are in blue. This is the area for your professional development questions. Okay, I have some data to be updated into the master file. Its Chinatown team is missing 2 last weeks. I had some problems when I was downloading. So let's see. This is the master file, and let's start with the first week. So I downloaded this document. You will just go to the G Drive and open already downloaded file. First, click Edit. Otherwise, it can mess up the format. Now, what we have to do, you have to make sure the number of columns is the same as the column in the master file. Why we have to do it? Because sometimes when team leads actually reviewing daily logs during the week, they add extra columns or they delete something. Sometimes you will see empty columns like that. Do not delete them. They are added to make the format the same, because let's say mid-market has more zones with Chinatown. That way we actually have to add extra columns to match it up. You see, like mid-market, this is the normal mid-market zones. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 plus floating north and floating south. And the Chinatown has currently only 2 zones. So to make it easier to copy, paste, and merge with the master data, for some teams I just added empty columns. So when you copy, it should be exactly the same, but I would recommend to check it out. Normally, I'm checking the last column. The BY. You see? And then I will check where are the language used are. It's supposed to be in the column AX. And then I am checking, this is the column N. This is where the type of services they provided. Please choose organization is column all, and here is the column all. So this format is the same, nothing changed. At this point, I'm just going to copy and paste, and then you will have to fill out the second column, team. This column is not going to be pre-populated by the Google Drive. So if you have the name of the team written down already, and remember we just downloaded Chinatown, what you can do, you just can do double click on a corner and it will actually pre-populate all the rows beneath. Now I have a second week to work on. I'm enabling editing, reviewing the numbers of the columns. It's the same. Again, language used. Okay, the number of columns is accurate and the order, it seems it's accurate. Sometimes they're switching columns between each other. They are just moving them around. Okay, that is done. I'm saving. The next is to check dates. And the easiest way is to actually to see it that way. Okay, there is no messed up dates. That's good. Normally around Thursday morning or Friday morning, I would check the daily logs itself on the Google Drive over here, and that's the daily logs, to see if there's any mistakes. So let's see, there is a mission team, and there is no mistakes. Actually, there are mistakes, you see? There is the year, and this is what is going to mess it up. So you have to update it. You can update it here on the Google document, or you can update it on the Excel when you merge it in a master file. But the date must be updated. I will check on the names, and I will do the same here. Because sometimes people actually type in names themselves, they are misspelled. Okay, I see a star over here, and the star needs to be deleted, otherwise the formula later or any pivoting will not recognize this data. Okay, sometimes you will have to add commas between names, but it seems it's okay. No, see there, it's missing a comma. So it will read later as one name, and it will mess up the data later. So check the commas. I think that's it. This part is done. The next part will be actually to check daily logs, and this is taking time, unfortunately, and it's a manual work. We have to see what kind of number they are putting into each column, because sometimes they will choose several categories and there will be 3, 4, 5 in one selection. I'm trying to see if there is any examples. At least there is nothing to edit. Let's review In this column, please give a total number of materials they can type in, and sometimes they would type a name of the outreach material too, so you will have to edit it manually. See, like here, this is what they did, and this is what will have to be edited later. We would just go by the greatest number is provided. Okay. This and this. All that has to be cleaned up. Do not do find and replace, because otherwise if in any place in notes or in any other section it will find that 10 plus, it will mess up. It will update it or delete some sort of information. So this is manual work. I will finish this part a little bit later. There is a lot to update over the last 2 weeks. Okay, 1 second. And let's see. Okay, this part is done. So we actually successfully merged 2 weeks of the Chinatown team daily logs to the master file. After you merge it and clean it up, just save it in the same place you open it. That way it will stay in the same folder and it will be easier for everyone to find out. The main objective would be actually to clean up the data every week little by little. Otherwise it will be too much to work on and it will take too long to prepare for any reports.